Greetings. This is John Joseph Xavier Cihon coming at you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And today we're going to take a look at the Yeezy QNTM Coral that just came out. And as well, it does feel weird to talk about Kanye sneakers without talking about everything going on with Kanye. I know he's changed his name to Ye, but I still think of him as Kanye. So, if anyone's offended that I'm dead naming Kanye, apologies. And I want to focus on his bank dropping him, which is something that I think hasn't really been discussed, at least in relation to everything else surrounding that man. But first, let's take a look at the sneakers. Now the QNTMs are the basketball sneaker. They've never been the most popular Yeezy model. And these came out October 10th. They retailed for $260. I got them on eBay for $200. Given everything going on with Kanye, if you want some Yeezys, you can pick them up. Some of them below retail, relatively inexpensively. I suspect they're going to shoot up in price because they're no longer being made by Adidas. And who knows whether anyone else will pick them up. I think someone will in time, but we'll see. But anyway, if you want Yeezys, buy them now. So, as I said, this was not the most popular model. And here, the standard Yeezy plain box. And this is a very different colorway for Yeezy. We've got the this lovely orange pink coral, kind of an ocean blue, this yellow. So I saw these and I immediately loved them. I knew I was going to get them, and fortunately I was even able to get them for less than retail. The QNTMs do fit a little bit small, so I normally wear a size 10, but Yeezys fit small in general. When in doubt with Yeezys, go a half size up, and in these, definitely go a half size up. So, I just think these are absolutely gorgeous. There's not really anything at all like them in the Yeezy catalog. I saw some speculation that this might be one of the colorways that Adidas made up, but actually there are pictures of Kanye with this colorway long before they came out. So this is a colorway that Kanye was working on. Presumably he approved it. And this sneaker, this colorway to me, these bright colors, they just really scream spring, summer. It feels like a bright, sunny shoe, right? Like I could see rocking this with a pair of jams, maybe a Hawaiian shirt. But she's very summery, very colorful. And totally my vibe. So why did they come out in fall? Now my guess is that Adidas was considering what to do with Kanye. They may have had a plan to dump him in place before they actually did. I think that the plan wasn't originally to have these sneakers come out in the fall. It just doesn't look like a fall sneaker. I think Adidas had these and they were planning to dump him, so they wanted to get these out on the market, which is we saw a whole bunch of Yeezys released a couple of days apart before Adidas dropped Kanye. So release, dropped. I really think that they had the plan and they just cleared out what they had. And these probably were being held back for a spring or summer. That would make the most sense. But just by way of getting rid of them, they released them out. I picked them up though, and I definitely am going to be getting use out of these. So, I like them. They're definitely, I can definitely see not everybody being into these because they are pretty colorful, but they do fit with my aesthetic pretty well. I could even see wearing these while I'm performing. Now, I do want to talk about, as I mentioned, Kanye's been subject to all sorts of cancellation campaigns lately. The one that is maybe most distressing to me is that Chase Financial sent a letter to him dated September 20th that they were dropping Yeezy as a client. So his business was no longer going to be able to go through Chase. Now that September 20th date is really significant because that's before he wore the White Lives Matter t-shirt, before he went on Tucker Carlson, and before he made the anti-Semitic remarks. So even before all this, Chase drops him. Now, I know some people say, well, just go to another bank, but it's actually not really that easy because number one, the financial sector, especially once you get into the larger players and get away from just small local banks, they're very intertwined and there's high barriers to any new entities entering that banking system. It's very, very difficult for new banks to come in, particularly in light of laws and regulations created during the 2009 or so market crash. So Kanye can go to someone else who does business with Chase and then he's locked out. So the options are really limited. Number two, what is even more disturbing is that Kanye was not given any criteria as to why they dropped him. I would suspect that the bank would claim reputational risk. That is something that banks claim when they're dropping individuals and organizations as clients. This reputational risk is very vague. You're not required to give an explanation. You're not required to have a reason to drop someone. And, another way to say this is a large financial institution is refusing to do business with a black man because he's outspoken and successful. And I really think that's what it is. And, the world we live in now, where the left is and progressives have become champions of cancel culture, I would imagine a lot of people think it's great that Kanye got dropped. Great that he's basically shut out of the marketplace, because that's what it is. This isn't just one bank. And I wonder if this has anything to do with Adidas and the Gap dropping him as well. Certainly his remarks provided an excuse, but if Yeezy was already squeezed out of the financial marketplace, the Gap and Adidas depend upon banks to loan them operating capital. It may have been pushed on them as well. This is all very chilling. And again, I know that people are going to say, well, go to another bank, or there's free speech, but it has consequences. And I would say, what good does the First Amendment do if we are shut out of being able to make a living, being able to do business, for simply voicing an opinion that's unpopular? The First Amendment, without protection, is not really the First Amendment. So I think this is very distressing. As far as Adidas and the Gap dropping Kanye, he has a history of saying controversial things. I believe that no one would have attributed his statements to the company. His sneakers were still selling out. And he's the guy they signed up. I'm not saying I love or agree with everything he said, but I won't say I love or agree with anything anyone has said. He's still always making the money. And I do wonder if just the banking stuff is behind this, if there's something greater, and these remarks just became the excuse because everything happened very quickly. And these banks, they don't just have power over Kanye, they have power over you and me as well. Anything they can do to famous billionaire, they can do to you and me. And that's why I think that it's important to look at the power that banks have and look into legislation that will protect people's ability to express their opinions and not be dropped by their financial institutions. So a little bit different kind of sneaker unboxing today, but thank you for watching. Again, slap that like button, subscribe, and I hope you're having a great day.